Huge shout out to the Cobb County PD on their immaculate police work and service to the community. Yesterday, during a traffic stop, they found a container of my late brother's ashes and tested my passed away brother's ashes and lied and said it tested positive for blow. Unreal and completely disrespectful. Good luck in court, guys. I'm sorry, Kurt Hara, that you were disrespected like that. Yeah, this is just going too far. I mean, seriously, I guess I mildly understand the suspicion, but having seen so many of these encounters on the internet, it's probably like, oh, I smell something. What is that? Oh, we have to search your car. Oh, we're going to bring out the dog. Oh, it signaled because we told it to. And then they search and dig through and just disrespect your brother's ashes. For what reason? For no reason. They're doing too much here. What's going on, Moderchodes? It's your boy Long Nail, back again with another new video. And in today's video, we're going over the hot posts from r/AwfulEverything. Let's get into it. I've requested at Galway City to introduce a number of these wheelchair accessible seats around Galway. We must do better, and we can do better. Hashtag inclusion, hashtag disability, hashtag better Galway. Basically, what we're saying here is we're using disabled people to disguise anti-homeless architecture. Yep, we've hit a new low. Yeah, but that's way too repulsive to the general public for this lady to say. So they make up some guise that says, oh, it's for the disabled. No, it's not. It's not for the disabled whatsoever. It's literally strictly anti-homeless because for some reason we're so against helping people whatsoever when they're down. It's like, oh, well, you know, we're not going to build shelters, but and then we're definitely not going to let them sleep on our benches or under the bridges. So, you know, we're just going to let them freeze outside. And you know what? It's their fault. I mean, come on. Can we have some compassion for people? He dressed up as a bulldozer for a jungle-themed party. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm not sure he's the awful one here, and it's actually a pretty decent costume. What I think is awful is the fact that it's actually a pretty decent costume because we're constantly destroying every single forest known to mankind. I mean, come on. At some point, we have to realize, oh, we're not planting enough trees to keep up with the destruction we're doing, and find other resources to use. Because it's honestly just not sustainable long term. My landlord pretended to do work on the flat, but ended up installing this 360 Wi-Fi surveillance camera, which also records audio, without telling me about it. Well, I mean, on the bright side, you're going to be rich pretty soon. I mean, dude, what are you thinking here? They're not going to notice this super obvious camera? I don't know how long it took them to notice, but this isn't like some super secretive camera that will never get noticed. I can't tell if this dude's really creeping or what his deal is, but if you're going to do this, you need to get their permission, which obviously you knew because you didn't ask, because you knew you wouldn't get their permission, because this is straight up weird. And I don't think anybody in their right mind is going to let somebody else, landlord or not, put a camera inside their home. Just so invasive. I would never even feel comfortable in my own house. Yeah, that'd be an absolute no-go for me. And honestly, I would never even consider renting a house from somebody that even wanted to do this in the first place. This air purifier is just a beeping light device. Oh my gosh, we can do better than this. Seriously. You don't get to just sell something for cheap, put a label on it, and go, well, you should have read the fine print. That's ridiculous. Obviously, you were intentionally misleading people into thinking they were getting an air purifier. I mean, well, what purpose does this even serve whatsoever? It's like, what? And somehow they get away with it because clearly everybody at that company knows what's going on, or at least all of the higher ups know what's going on, and yet nothing's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen? We're all gonna see this post. We're all gonna check our air purifiers, We're going to move on, and then there's still going to be blatant scams like this going around with no repercussions. In elementary school, I had reduced price lunch, 40 cents per day. So my mom would usually just give me $2, and the lunch lady would tally it on my account to cover my lunch for the whole week. One day, when I was 8, my mom had literally zero cash, so she wrote a check for the $2. The check actually bounced. The next day, when I went through the lunch line with my food, the machine said I owed like $30. Normally, when I miss payments, they just put it on my tab and let me go about lunch. But this time, the lunch lady actually took away my tray of food. There was a point where if a student owed too much money, they didn't even let the students put it on their tab anymore, and I was now over that threshold. So I was told I'd get no more lunches until I got the debt paid off. I started crying and panicking because to an 8-year-old in a poor family, $30 may as well be $1 billion. But she just shooed me along because the line was building up behind me. This is so ridiculous. The fact that an 8-year-old has to worry about the finances of their parents just to get some food at school, yeah, that's not okay. And I think any sane person goes, oh yeah, that 8-year-old needs to get fed regardless of the situation. I mean, the fact that you literally have children going to school, getting mortified and going hungry simply because of nothing they did, and it's just their parents can't afford that. It's so insane. I can't believe that this is really acceptable. I don't know who in their right mind writes policies like this where it's just okay to just let a kid not eat for a whole entire day. No, that's not okay. I don't care if the parents can't pay or not. These are children. They need to be getting fed. When corporations say they care about their employees, you make a difference. You've won an unpaid time off. We love our team. No, you don't, because they already can get unpaid time off whenever they want. The fact that you think this is some highly coveted reward is really just spitting in their face and going, yeah, we actually don't care about you. The fact that they couldn't even make it paid time off shows how little they care. These companies just come up with the littlest tiny thing to do. They'll give you a pen or a sticker or a badge or unpaid time off and act like they're doing some huge kind act for you. They're not doing anything nice for you whatsoever. They're just hoping that these little quote unquote acts of kindness will guilt you into staying working underpaid for way longer than you know you should. So, hear me out. If you're at a job that does stuff like this to you and they're not willing to give you a raise, start looking for another job ASAP that'll treat you better and pay you what you're worth. Because they are out there, but it's just unfortunate that there's a lot of companies that'll just take advantage of kindness. Don't let this happen to you. The Gophers, another successful bust. When my dad passed, we were literally poor. I had to help my mom pay bills. We were really struggling. I had to step up. So I was selling chips, candies, brownies, you name it. I got caught and lost $400. That was 2 months' bills. Gone. Y'all lame. Delete this. Yeah, they're really lame for even flexing this on people. Number one, it's a dumb policy to begin with. And number two, why are you flexing about it? You're sending a message to other students. Oh, if you try to be an entrepreneur or you try to feed your family or pay the bills, we'll get you and we'll make sure that you guys go without electricity. Oh, what's the excuse here? What policy are they going to claim? Well, we don't know if you're tainting the food. Oh, they were already selling, prepackaged chips and stuff. Oh, I think what's really going on is it's taking away from your profits and your vending machines are at lunch, and you're not okay with that. You don't like being outperformed by a 4th grader or an 8th grader or high schooler, whatever the case may be. This is totally ridiculous, and whatever they come out with is just some nonsense so that they can stop you from making money so they can make more money. It's so sad to see. You would think that they would encourage people to be entrepreneurs and try to make money at a young age. But nope, they instantly shoot it down. Alright, Modern Chodes, that's it for the hot post from r/AwfulEverything. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. And of course, share this video with your friends. Till next time, peace.